Hello, I'm back, TubeTalk.
Welcome back to you, Douglas. We weren't here last week.
But there's a good reason for it.
Well, we only had one runner, and Matt said, well, he'll do the weekly report this week because there's only one runner.
So we thought it would have been worth it because it would have been a 1 minute video. And
Yeah, a 1 minute video. This week, though,
we could have made it a TikTok.
We could have, yeah. A short.
A YouTube short. Next time. Next time we have less runners, we'll do that.
Yeah. So, but this week we're doing TubeTalk with a few runners, but no weekly report.
No.
Just in the middle of winter.
Less runners.
Handful of runners.
But before we do that,
yes.
a bit of sport talk.
Yeah.
So England and India had a test, 5 test match series, which ended in a draw. I mean, don't really know how you get a draw after 25 days, but happens, I guess.
What about the phenomenal final day of the 5th test?
That was very exciting.
So India needed 4 wickets and England needed 35 runs.
I had a feeling India were going to win.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's just a lot of pressure.
And what happened? Came down the last batsman.
Chris, he had a broken arm.
Yeah.
He didn't actually face the ball, but that's brave to do.
Yeah, very brave. And how many runs short did they fall?
I think there was 6 or 7 runs.
I think you're right. I think 6 runs short.
Yeah. But I mean, they played it. You see what they did? They kind of just tried to smash everything.
Yeah.
Which, if you only had 1 wicket, I'd understand. But if you've got 4 wickets in hand, you probably can afford to just leave it. You don't have to go at everything, right?
I agree. But that's the problem when you've got tail end, isn't it?
No, I know. That's
Try and get it over and done with quickly.
I could easily be in the same situation and done the same thing, though. So.
Yeah. Now, but.
It was moving a lot too.
They
didn't take the new ball because the other one was moving so much.
Yeah. And really interesting. So the trophy, what's the trophy called that India and England played?
The Anderson Tendulkar Trophy.
And it's been up for grabs twice. Is that right?
Yeah.
And what's the story?
No one actually has it because they've drawn both times.
So they've drawn a series, so nobody has ever won it.
Maybe no one will ever win it. Maybe it's cursed.
I don't know if there'd be any other trophy in the world that had never been won. You know what I mean? So, normally everyone's like, you've got to win it the first time, there has to be a result.
So you've got to win it, because the rule is you have to win it outright to...
The first time.
And then, to retain it, you just have to tie.
Yeah.
So it's almost an advantage, I guess, to the...
Yeah. It's, But
it makes sense.
I don't think there'd be any other sport where a trophy had never been won after... After 50 days of playing over 4 years. Yeah.
And you still don't want to.
Anyway, we should talk racing now.
Yeah. Last week, with Grace was a really close second.
She was our only runner, and really close second. She just isn't starting well. She's getting a long way back, but man, she roared home. So, deserves a win. Steps up to 1,800 metres on the 17th at Taupo. Extra 200 metres suits. And if we can just get a seat a little bit closer, I think there will be a big assist.
And then we also had 3 winners in the last week of July.
We did, which we didn't discuss last week.
But we'll talk about it now, because why not? Mojave River won at Cork.
She did. She won well. We'll get a lot of confidence from that. And she will now go into probably listed Group 3 races over the next month. She's still very lightly raced. I think she had 6 starts with 2 wins, and she's a group level filly in Ireland.
And then Ali Barr won at Gowran Park.
Yes, she did on debut at Gowran Park.
Yeah.
Big field, 17 runners. Showed a very good turn of foot, very smart filly. Won on debut. Very exciting. 7 of our last 8 runners or 9 runners 7 of the last 9 runners in the UK and Ireland have been victorious.
And then Omni-Man won at Glorious Goodwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
One of the major carnivals there, a 3-year-old 1.5 mile race, carried top weight of 61 kilos, and he killed them. He's a very, very good horse. He is very, very exciting. So, got some big plans for him. big plans. His next race will likely be next week in a race worth $500,000 in France. And there's even a race in Kentucky for him that we are looking at, which is worth about $3.5 million over the next month. He's a very good horse.
This week we got 4 runners, starting with on Saturday at Eagle Farm, race 4, Native King.
So much talent, but he's just done so many things wrong in his first preparation. We haven't been able to get him to do what he needs to do. So, in search of good tracks, we'll send him up to Brisbane where he should get it. He always draws wide. He's drawn wide again, but it's a small field, so he'll probably come into about barrier 7 of 8, it looks like. The key for him is just getting relaxed, just getting relaxed behind some horses and just dropping the bit, and he will then run home really well. If he does that, he can win this, no question, but he's just a work in progress. He's also entered the Sunshine Coast, but unlikely to go there.
Then at race 5, bit of the blinding.
Yeah, he's in a rich vein of form. A winner and second his last 2 starts. Ran second over 2,200 metres at Doomben a couple of weeks ago on a heavy track. Gets much better conditions. Saturday gets a nice draw. He's flying. He's a big chance. The only question mark is going up to 2,400 for the first time. That extra little distance sometimes sees them out. That's a question mark because he hasn't done it before, but he is flying.
And then at Randwick, race 9 is Turjanus.
He is. Touch wood, heading towards the Melbourne Cup if he can qualify. He was beaten a nose in the Auckland Cup, should have won. Just was unfortunate, had a warmer horse in front of him, and his form's been outstanding. This is the first step on that road. 1,800 metres on a heavy track. What's likely to be a heavy track in a big field. It's just a starting point for him. I don't think he'll mind the wet track. I think he'll run well, but I don't really see him as a top 3 proposition first up. I think he will build into his preparation. But I expect a nice run from him, but not expecting him to run top 3 on first up.
And then on Sunday at Echuca, is that right?
It is very good.
Race 4 is Savvy Nice.
Fresh up, Savabeel gelding. He only had a few runs his first prep, put him aside to mature. He needs 1 scratching to make the field. As long as he does the 1,600 metres, we're just looking for him to hit the line and be doing his best work late. He is a stayer. We expect once he gets to 2,000 metres, he'll really start to come into his own. So it's a kick-off point for him, and just want to see him round out the race well.
And then bit of the week, which is at Riccarton, race 6, which is the Grand National.
Yes.
West Coast to win, Captain's Run to run second.
Yes. Jesco's a $1.65 favourite, but I'm wary. I'm wary, Douglas.
Why are you wary?
I'm wary because he's never gone this far before. I think 4,900 as far as he's gone. And he's had quite a busy winter. And last week, over a much shorter distance, 4,250 metres, he was under pressure, 600 out. He managed to jump the last and sprint and win it. But it just made me think when he was flat, I wonder if he's just getting to the end of maybe his preparation. And when you're going 5,500 metres, you can't have any kinks in your armour. West Coast has won 3 Grand Nationals in a row. He's going for his 4th in a row. He's got a big weight to carry, but he's a champion. He's done it before, and I thought his lead-up run last week was excellent.
He's got the experience.
Captain's Run ran in second last week, and he is just he is an out-and-out stayer. He loves these distances and further. He's actually coming up, I think, quicker than last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if those 2 ran first and second, and the Cornell paid quite good money. And Jesco, he's got to see out that distance, and I think he's too short. So that is our bet of the week.
That's Tube Talk.
It is Tube Talk. Wish we'd be back next week.
Bye.
ground towards the outside of Sudu. Round the intersection now and through the cutaway, and now they've got a furlong and a half to go. And pulling up at the backfield is Tuscan Star. Novelista puts his white blaze in front. On the inside, Cape Breton tries to kick back. Omni-Man now begins to fly towards the inside rail, and now inside the final half furlong, it is Omni-Man and Ryan Moore who surge to the lead. Omni-Man wins.